Welcome to the Kennedy Report. I'm Kennedy Hall. This is a massive breaking story. I can't even believe it's actually happening. This is crazy. It looks like Roe versus Wade is going to be overturned. That's pretty astonishing. I'll say that again. It looks like Roe versus Wade is going to be overturned. This is not just some conjecture. This is actually a decision, the draft decision coming out of the Supreme Court. I'm going to share with you an article in just a second. I'll share my screen so we can all look at it together about the actual decision. My heart's beating very fast. I don't know about you. I saw this. I thought it was fake. I actually had to double check a few times. I thought it was some sort of, reverse Babylon Bee or something like that. But it's not. Now, there's still some time left before the decision will be rendered in a little while. But it looks like there's no way it's not going to be overturned. And that will be a massive, massive, massive victory. So the question we have to ask ourselves, especially as Catholics, Pope Francis consecrated Russia to the Immaculate Heart of Mary alongside the Ukraine just over a month ago. Some people said it might not be valid. I argued that it was valid. Obviously, we can't know exactly how these things work out until history kind of shows us its fullness. But this is unbelievable. And it might be a miracle. This might be because of the consecration of Russia, because a world that will have peace, which is one of the promises of the Fatima message, is a world where the unborn are safe. It's that simple. I'm going to share my screen right now, and we can actually just look at this article. So here it is. It's called, where is it? Supreme Court has voted to overturn abortion rights, draft opinion shows. And this is from Politico. This isn't from rightwingblog.com. This is pretty mainstream stuff. The Supreme Court has voted to strike down the landmark Roe versus Wade decision according to an initial draft majority opinion written by Justice Samuel Alito, circulated inside the court and obtained by Politico. The draft opinion is a full-throttled, unflinching repudiation of the 1973 decision, which guaranteed federal constitutional protections of abortion rights, and a subsequent 1992 decision, Planned Parenthood versus Casey, that largely maintained this right. Roe was egregiously wrong from the start, Alito writes. We hold that Roe and Casey must be overruled. He writes in the document, labeled as the opinion of the court, it is time to heed the Constitution and return the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives, which means back to the states, and many of them will have it overturned in a heartbeat. So this is actually unprecedented because it says no draft decision in the modern history of the court has been disclosed publicly while the case is still pending. The unprecedented revelation is bound to intensify the debate over what was already the most controversial case on the docket this term. This is a quote from Justice Alito here, and he says, Roe was egregiously wrong from the start. Its reasoning was exceptionally weak, and the decision has had damaging consequences. And far from bringing out a national settlement of the abortion issue, Roe and Casey have inflamed debate and deepened division. There's more to it from here, and I'll just stop sharing my screen there. There are people who have opined that this was leaked by a disgruntled clerk. I just saw a tweet, I don't know, of, things might be popping off in DC already with people getting upset. I don't know. But back to the most important thing at hand here. When you look back to what happened in Portugal in I'm going to get my dates wrong here. I believe it was 1936. If I'm wrong, maybe 1939. Anyway, I hope I'm not wrong there. Anyway, I'm a little bit scrambled right now with all this information coming through. When Portugal did their consecration of their nation to the Immaculate Heart of Mary, within about 8 months to a year, they had a massive political restoration, and they got rid of a lot of nonsense, and the country became a very pious place. Who knows if this is ultimately going to be proof of the triumph of the Immaculate Heart? I mean, there's obviously a lot more things. I mean, it's not as if this goes away and all of the ills of society, everyone goes back to church, all the marriage issues are over. I mean, there's lots left, of course. But this is the fundamental issue, isn't it? Because ultimately everything is a pro-life issue because it's about reality. It's about life beginning at conception. It begins in the womb. When we accept abortion, we accept unreality. We accept we accept the absurd. You know, Fulton Sheen was famous for saying in one of his talks on pro-life issues that I guess it would have, I don't know if it was before the decision in 1973 because he was already a pretty old man at that point. But he said very simply, he says, you know, lilies beget lilies and elephants beget elephants and human beings beget human beings. It's just the simplest truth you could ever imagine. A society that can deny that simplest truth is insane. So this is a step towards sanity. And a sane society is a society that is using its reason. And when we use our reason, our will, and our intellect, we end up finding God and the truth. This is a pretty big deal. We will see how it will turn out. But it looks like this might be evidence of the consecration of Russia to the Immaculate Heart of Mary taking place and being valid and accepted. Because to be honest, I mean, you know, I challenge my my confreres out there that are pretty negative about how the consecration went down. They were also, I mean, I would imagine most of those good fellows are probably pretty negative about the possibility of this having a good result. And here we have a leaked document, and this is not from, I mean, if this is the world's biggest hoax, then I guess we've all been fooled. But this seems pretty legit. So sometimes good things happen, and this might just be one of those moments. Please like and subscribe to this video and this channel. You can support us underneath. The link is there for Patreon. Pray, most importantly though, pray for the unborn and pray for the courage of those judges. By the way, it's 5-4 as it stands. Justice Roberts, they're not sure how he's going to go yet. He's the swing vote, obviously. It doesn't matter though. It's 5 of the solid, you know, pro-life judges. Everyone said Amy Coney Barrett would fold. They were worried about Brett Kavanaugh. I don't know. Seems like it's happening. Anyway, that's well, there's probably going to be tons of commentary to come from everyone else, but I really wanted to get this out there and really discuss this fact that we are just a month removed from the consecration of Russia to the Immaculate Heart of Mary, and this seems pretty amazing. Well, this has been the Kennedy Report. Until next time, God bless.